So in this video, I'm going to go ahead and talk about the Nairobi City Thunder. So the Thunder, I've followed this team for quite some time now. Ever since the Twente went ahead and acquired the Nairobi City Thunder, I made a point of following this team, monitoring their transactions, their preparations after they win the championships. Right now they are back to back, and they are going to go ahead and compete in the Elite 16 directly. So a lot of people, especially when they saw the teams that are going to play in the first round, they were asking, why are the Thunder not playing? The Thunder are not going to play in the first round. They're going to go direct to the Elite 16 because that is where they belong, because they finished number one in the Elite 16 last year. By virtue of them finishing top in the Elite 16, they are going to go direct to the Elite 16. They're not going to go to the first round, and that's the same case. Even if KPA or another team in KBF won it, they'll go direct to the Elite 16. So the Thunder paved the way for themselves last year with their performance, and this year I was monitoring their transactions, and the only transaction I've seen is them signing Chase Adams ahead of their Road to BAL campaign. And Chase Adams, he's a guy that balled out in the BAL combine, and he was one of those guys that really passed the eye test, especially when it came to scouts checking out his performance. And the Thunder have taken a swing at him, but hey, I mean, I'm not sure about this signing, because I don't know if this signing addresses the problems that the Thunder have, especially when it comes to their front court, because they have signed a backcourt athlete, a backup player, and I don't know if the Thunder understand the type of competition that they're going to experience, because in the Elite 16, it's win to get in, and every win matters. Will the Thunder be able to be perfect for 3 to 4 games and not have any mistakes? Because the Thunder could not be consistent in the actual BAL regular season, where they only had 6 games to play, and they really struggled to find their footing and form. And even Brad Ibs really struggled to understand what type of roster should I start, especially when it came to prioritizing who is going to go ahead and be the person who's going to close out this game, who's going to be our main go-to guy. There was a very, very huge problem when it came to that aspect. And right now, as we speak, the reason as to why the Thunder look like they have bounced back is because they have played inferior competition here in Kenya. And I say this in full confidence, because the inferior competition that the Thunder played really struggled in the Zone 5 East African Basketball Champions Cup held in Nairobi. The 2, 3, and 4 teams, we had Umoja there, we had KPA, we had Ulinzi. They could not win. They could not defend home court in their home soil, and another team went ahead and won it. I'm going to go ahead and release a video talking about them, because I feel like they deserve a video on their own. But long story short, the competition that the Thunder have been sparring with throughout the regular season and postseason is not adequate or enough to enable them to go ahead and compete in an actual BAL competition, Road to BAL or BAL. They're going to struggle, because it creates a false sense of security, false sense of identity. They think that playing these teams will enable them have the ability or edge to play these BAL teams, and understanding the fact that the BAL teams are actually champions in their own right. They are not cut from the same cloth as the inferior competition that the Thunder have been playing here. So it's not Thunder's fault. It's not the Thunder's fault that they have been dealt a bad hand like this, but all I'm just saying is they should know better and understand that they need to change their game. You cannot use the same strategies here in Kenya and also outside, because that's the same thing that even plagues the women's teams, the KP and Equity women's teams. They play with the same strategies, expecting the same results when you're blowing out teams. You can't blow out teams in BAL like that. You can't. Blowouts really occur, and if they occur, only once, and the offense of the other team is good. So the Thunder are yet to address any problems in their offense, which is something that is going to hurt them. And I've been checking up on the transactions of the other the other nations. And shout out to Growing the Game. This guy has been doing an excellent job in monitoring transactions, especially if you look at this guy. He went to Petro de Luanda, Milton Bande Valente, Petro de Luanda in there. And if you look at Pierre Jackson, signed to Al Ittihad Alexandria ahead of the upcoming season. So you can see there's a lot of player movement, and you're seeing a lot of, a lot of things are happening. Even Evans Ganapamo, he left the he left the Thunder. I mean, it was a short-term contract. I know it was not a permanent signing. It was never going to be a permanent signing. And also you can see Solo Diabate. He went to Dar City. He joined Dar City. Something that you'd expect. You'd expect the Thunder to be chasing this guy, somebody who knows how to win. I mean, that's it's crazy. Look at this guy, Mamadou Diarra. This is a guy who could fix the Thunder's front court. But hey, I mean, Mass Basketball Club are just going to enjoy this. It's funny. Look at this guy, signed by Namongo Blazers. I mean, Namongo Blazers are going all in. Look at also this other transaction. Deng joins Dar City. Look at this. This dude played for Al Ittihad, 6-0, finished 4th. Very quality player. But the big question is, what are the Thunder doing? Why aren't the Thunder going and getting these types of players? Why aren't they doing that? The window is closing in very fast. You could see Korbach, Spintex Knights. This is a Ghanaian side. I mean, not to throw shade at Spintex Knights, but I don't think this is a team that can go far. And this guy is just going to use this to propel and boost his profile for signing for another team ahead of BAL. And that's what players do. They don't have to go to like the big teams. They go into other teams. They try to, boost their profile. And after that, they're able to position themselves to go ahead and, get into big teams. And you can see also Evans Ganapamo, just like I mentioned, with that athletic club in Morocco. So there are a lot of transactions happening, and the Thunder are just being left behind. And I'm not seeing any new transaction. The only transaction I've seen is Chase Adams, and that's it. I don't know the type of confidence that the Thunder have in themselves. They think that they have everything together, and they have to understand that it's going to be very difficult for them this time around, because they're going directly into the Elite 16, and they have to be perfect. I mean, absolutely perfect. And their preparation is what is going to be the difference, because if they don't prepare well, it's going to be rinse and repeat. It's going to be a similar performance as we saw this past BAL Season 5 in the regular season. And a lot of times we'll see a lot of people masking like the Thunder's flaws. I mean, the Thunder, when they play inferior teams, they rarely show any flaws. But if you look at even the games that they played, they don't understand basic shot selection. There was poor team chemistry. I know the roster had been altered so long, but the system for the Thunder only works when they are playing teams that are beneath them. They do not have a system that they can lean on when they play a team that is coming right at them, because this is the first time. This is the first time we've seen in BAL Season 5, the first time the Thunder were put on the back foot, and they had to play the back foot for the whole game, for the time that they were playing in Kigali. And when the Thunder are playing the back foot, they can't play well. They're not in their element. They were lost. You could see the coach was doing panic rotations, didn't understand basic roster construction, especially when it came to signing players. I know, there's that gold rush in signing players, but if you look at it, the players that are there on the roster, they can actually get better. But do they want to get better? Because I've been monitoring the Thunder, and I don't think you can actually rely on these players to get the job done and compete at the highest level, because the highest level is BAL itself. And they were very excited, and the only excitement that was there for the Thunder was when they went ahead and just were there. They were present, playing in BAL, just participating is everything. This is what they want, and just boosting their profile, even if they play poorly, it doesn't really matter. But for the actual Kenyan or the actual Thunder fan who is watching this video or is just following the Thunder, you should be concerned about your team playing well and representing your country well, and flying the logo the highest it's ever been. But if you look at these guys, they're just happy to be there. I mean, we are seeing a team that is just happy to just qualify for BAL, and that is a big problem, because if you have a team that has that mentality and they're just happy to be there, they're just happy to be BAL representatives. They're just, we're just representing, we're just okay, it's good. Then what happens in the court is, every mistake that they make, they're like, it's our first time, we don't have to, it's nothing too serious, you're taking this thing too serious. That is how they're looking at it. And that is not the right mentality for a team that is trying to break into the African market, in the African continent. Because how can the Thunder be able to attract players if they are not taking care of the basics and the fundamentals of basketball? And that is the thing that is hurting them right now. And because teams have seen how the Thunder handle like their new signings and the system that the Thunder has, the players even are hesitating in taking a swing. I know the Thunder have been trying. Okay, I cannot say in full confidence, but I can say maybe the Thunder have tried making these signings. And there might be a possible scenario or situation the Thunder cannot be able to entice these players to join their team because of how they played last time they were in BAL. As much as a player wants to play, a foreigner wants to play for the Thunder, they don't understand what the Thunder is trying to do. I mean, you could see clearly they're focusing on their brand. I mean, I've just pulled up their Instagram. This is what they're focusing on: their brand, selling merchandise, doing like funny TikToks, having some random podcasters shout them out, people who rarely even follow basketball. This is who they are. That's what they do. Look at this shirt sales. It's just shirt sales. That's it. Cashing out on that brand, and looking at. I mean, to be honest, you can never see me wearing this. I mean, I ain't wearing this. I don't even know how much they're selling them for. Oh, 1,500. But all I'm just saying is, man, I mean, even with them being nominated as Sports Influencers of the Year, I mean, it's and also Karol Abdul being there. It's crazy. So all I'm just saying is this, right? The Thunder, they're not bad at all, especially when it comes to like off-court, making sure that they can secure sponsorships, everything. But what they do on the court is the thing that has made the thing that has brought people there, not the things that they're doing off the court. Because one thing I've seen with the Thunder, they are focusing on their brand too much. They're focusing on the business and marketing and not the sport itself, being better at it and understanding that they must be able to adjust well. And don't forget that you still have to play basketball. I mean, you can do all this marketing stuff. You can go ahead and sell shirts, do all these things, have your players look like all celebrities and all. But if these players can't get the job done at the court, it means nothing. It's like you want to be crowned, you want to be accepted in the continent, but you have not even won any silverware in the continent. Like, it can't happen. That's something that can't happen. And this is not even being mean-spirited, but that's the actual truth. And a lot of people are actually, disputing what I'm saying, especially that time when I was going in on the Thunder and asking them the tough questions, things that made them uncomfortable, things that needed to be said, but a lot of people were, refusing. They were still in denial. And I can even say the Thunder team and the Thunder conglomerate, Twende Sports, they are still in denial that they're not the best team in East Africa. They're still not the best. Okay, the Elite 16 happened last year and you're able to win it all. But if you look at the help that came from there, it was the foreigners who stepped up, not even the local players, not even the players, the actual Kenyans who did anything. So seeing like the other Thunder capitulated when they are all left alone, they didn't have enough star power, didn't have enough chemistry. I felt like Brad Hibbs got exposed. A lot of these quote-unquote good players, these elite players that people keep saying like they are good. They're not good. I mean, truth be told, like you can stick any of these players. I mean, I've seen I've seen this shot, and this was interesting. Let me just pull it up here. So you can take any of these players, right? You can stick them in these teams that play in the EABCC. You can stick them into road to BAL teams, other teams, and you can stick them in actually other BAL teams. None of them will stand out. No player here will stand out anywhere. They will be bench rotation players at best, and they will come off the bench. They might start for the Thunder, but they'll never start for a team that is actually going to go ahead and contend for a BAL championship. None of them. And that's the brutal truth that they never want to hear. And it's coming from me, somebody who is, well versed, especially when it comes to BAL basketball, not like some other podcasts that are, dingy and they don't even have any commentary in there. Only 3 seconds they keep mentioning my name. But all in all I'm just saying is this, right? The Thunder are going to struggle the same way that they struggled this year. The way they performed in Elite 16, last year, should not be reflective on what they are going to do this year. Because if this team goes with the same mentality, they will struggle. They will struggle. They will not understand why the game is difficult. They will not understand what really happened because they never took the time to introspect and understand the reason as to why they failed. And it's unfortunate because if they carry on with that mentality, they will never understand why things are happening to them the way they are. And I'm going to be coming here and telling you the way it is because I've seen a lot of people are are refusing to accept reality. They're refusing to accept reality. I mean, you can be the first ever team to qualify, first Kenyan team to qualify in BAL. What did you do in BAL? Put here your record. You're 1-5. The second worst team in BAL Season 5. Okay, you have made history, but is this how you want to be remembered? I mean, there are first ever teams that have gone ahead and won BAL. I mean, Al-Ahli from Egypt, BAL Season 3, not first ever Egyptian team, the first Al-Ahli team to go ahead and win, because the first Egyptian team to win BAL was Zamalek. The first Tunisian team to win BAL was US Monastir. The first sub-Saharan African team to win BAL outside North Africa is Petro de Luanda. So it's funny. It's funny to me. Okay, being the first ever Kenyan team is great for history, but this doesn't mean nothing. Put here that you're 1-5 in BAL. Even if you put this, it doesn't mean anything. This 60-0 means nothing. Teams are not going to be scared of you when they see that you went 60-0. Nobody is scared. I mean, nobody is game planning for the Thunder like that. I don't think so. I don't think anyone is game planning for the Thunder. Nothing. There's nobody. And they're not even worried because one thing I've seen is through the years, Kenya has been losing so much respect, especially when it comes to basketball. And teams actually get happy when they see Kenya on the group stages. When it comes to the Kenya Morans, they're like, yeah, it's an easy win. Even I'm sure the weakest team was the Thunder in the Nile Conference. No team out there was weak. No team out there was weak like us. To the point, teams were getting points and getting wins over the Thunder, and it was so embarrassing. And a lot of people kept their mouths shut when the Thunder lost 4 straight. They lost. When they went and they lost against APR, people kept quiet. When they lost to Al-Ahli Tripoli, people kept quiet. When they lost to MBB, they kept quiet. When they lost to Al-Ahli Tripoli again, people kept quiet. They only grow a mouth when they win a game. That's when they post. Yeah, don't post. Don't be a hypocrite. Post any time. Post the time that even when you lose, accept the loss. When I see people who do that, that means that they're still in denial and they've still not understood why they lost. Because if you go ahead and look at the film, which I really doubt, because the Thunder looked like a team that looked at film, but looking at how they played, playing the same way. They never looked at film, or they didn't understand anything. Maybe they looked at film and didn't understand anything, or or the players don't even have the IQ to understand anything, and they're going to struggle again. Because if you look at even the way the roster is, there has been no training camp. I've not seen these people train. Maybe they are training behind closed doors, which it's okay. But to be honest, the euphoria that they have, after winning the BAL championship, thinking that they're invincible, they don't have enough time to prepare, because it was what, September. That's when they were crowned champions. Let's check out their Instagram, because when they were crowned champions, let's check this one now. This one they got. Let's check this out. When was this post made? September 18th. They don't have enough time. These people don't have enough time to prepare. As much as they win, they should not walk with that mentality. Like we have everything. We can go ahead and we can still wing it the same way. They're going to struggle dearly, and I'm going to be here to cover it. And yours truly is always here. I mean, I never skip any days. Just in the past 2 months, I took like a social media break, so I've not been releasing a lot of videos. But expect these types of videos to come your way, because man, I'm excited, man, and there's so much I have to bring, and come back re-energized. Everything was good. I know I released a video saying I'm back, but hey, I mean, I'm back, but that was temporary a bit. But now I'm fully back, and I don't think I'm gonna walk back anytime soon. So it is what it is. So do drop me your comments down in the comment section what you think about this video, because this has been a very long video talking about the Thunder. And to be honest, I am not as sold or convinced that the Thunder can be able to do anything different. I might be wrong, but I'm just waiting to see if they can prove me wrong, because every single video I make stood the test of time. I said that they were going to fail. I said that they're going to get exposed because of how they played. They got involved in petty beefs with the Umoja team, which got them out of character and kind of diminished the class that they had. I thought this team had class, but I don't think they have any. And I mean, it is what it is. So like, share, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell, get notified, because your boy is coming back with content of this nature. And I'm out. I'm gonna see you guys in the next one. Peace out.